You've probably used dozens of apps this week. Everything from DoorDash, online banking, rideshare, email, and many more. But here's the twist that most people miss. Most of those companies don't even own the technology that's running the platforms. The real power players aren't in the apps that you tap on your screen. They're the silent SaaS platforms that are running everything underneath. And in case you don't know, SaaS stands for Software as a Service. Think of tools like Stripe, Twilio, and AI-powered models that are powering a lot of these apps. But I have good news for you. You don't have to be a tech nerd to understand everything I'm about to unpack in this video. And as you know, I'm not a tech nerd, I'm just a finance bro. But today I'm breaking down how a lot of these hidden software companies are raking in billions of dollars without becoming household names. And most importantly, how you can leverage or invest in some of the biggest tech firms to build your wealth. I know what you're thinking, Josh, how did you figure this out? But first, I've been to plenty of pitch competitions around Charlotte. Everything from angel investor events to the Charlotte Hornets pitch competitions, and also local vendor showcases as well. And after a while, something has become obvious. The companies that are making the most money aren't always in the spotlight. Some of the most profitable tech firms aren't the ones that are interacting with customers directly, but they are the backbone that makes the company's success possible. Examples of this is payment infrastructure, cloud storage, automation tools, and data systems. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and dig right in. The hidden SaaS engines. Anytime you order food, sign up for a newsletter, book a flight, or order something online, there are stacks of softwares that are powering everything behind it. And most of it doesn't even belong to the brand that you're looking directly at. Here's a clear example. Let's say that you order your favorite food from DoorDash. DoorDash is not running the payment itself because it uses Stripe to process all of the transactions. And also they use Twilio because they handle all the text messages that lets you know your driver's on the way. And take Google Maps. They power the route data from point A to point B. And lastly, there's a fraud detection engine that you've never heard of that's scanning all of the orders. DoorDash in this case is just a front door, but everything that's running behind it is SaaS. They stay invisible, but without them, everything stops. Think of them like the power grid, but for the digital economy. You never notice them until something breaks. And most likely, you'll never interact with them daily, but most companies that you know do. That's why they're so powerful, invisible, and indispensable. Revenue and the business model. SaaS companies win because of recurring revenue and usage-based billing. Their clients, such as DoorDash, pay monthly subscriptions or API fees. And as their customers grow, SaaS revenue grows automatically. And also take Stripe. Every time a customer makes a payment, Stripe earns the fees. And whether it's $10 or $10 million, Stripe makes that bag. And this all came from no marketing campaigns or no trending content, all coming from just automatic revenue from someone else's transactions. And the crazy part is this stacks across the entire app ecosystem. That's why your DoorDash meal is so expensive, because they're paying all the underlying fees to these SaaS companies. And that is the model investors love. Scalable, predictable, and global. And here's the interesting part. You're watching this video on an app that's built its own silent software you'll never even see, which means you're already in the system that we're currently breaking down right now. And if companies are earning money every time you open the app is starting to make sense, then stick around with Money Talks Media, because we teach you to stop only being a user and start understanding where the real money flows. So as always, appreciate your continued support. Let's go ahead and jump right back in. Why startups depend on them. For startups, SaaS platforms are like having full tech teams without them being on the payroll. And founders can plug into ready-made systems that are already developed. And they handle the following: payments, email marketing, cloud hosting, and automation. This lets companies launch faster, scale quicker, and focus on their actual product without building everything from scratch. That's the reason that a 2-person startup can compete with a 200-person company. Investment potential. Most people overlook this. Consumer apps rise and fall, but the back-end software, they keep getting paid. When a company grows, the SaaS platform that's powering it also grows. And because switching platforms is expensive and disruptive, it often builds long-term partnerships. It's a lot of opportunity because there are long-term contracts and reliable revenue. And that's why a lot of these SaaS firms trade at premium valuations. Their customer literally can't afford to leave. Now let's wrap this up with tips for entrepreneurs. If you're building anything, a lot of these tools give you leverage. And here's how to use them well. Number 1. Automate early. Let the software handle CRM, accounting, and other support so that you don't get overwhelmed. Number 2, integrate proven APIs. Don't waste months building tools that already exist. Number 3, track ROI. If a subscription doesn't save time or increase revenue, replace it. And number 4, build on a stable backend. It makes your business more valuable and more scalable if you ever decide to sell it. But here's the truth. The real wealth in tech comes from the software that's powering a lot of these apps. They don't need your attention. They just need your understanding. And they're the digital infrastructure that's becoming a $1 trillion industry. But now I'm glad that you understand how silent SaaS works behind the scenes. But as always, appreciate your support. I hope you take care, and I'll see you in the next one.